Hello football lovers, especially Chelsea fans. Let me introduce myself. My name is UB Pawada. As usual, I will provide the latest and most updated news that I have summarized for you. But before that, I want to remind you, don't forget to subscribe, so you always get notifications every day. As usual, before we start, I would like to thank those who have commented on my previous videos. Thanks to Michael Taylor Ghana, Alabai Idris, Our Farm, Arinze Ezi from Nigeria, Ibangedem, Charlo Usmani, Blaisios Azobi, Mukubesa Namunji from Zambia, Adamu Danjuma Moore from Nigeria, Ahmed Nairobi, Oladipo Emmanuel, Rafael Jabaku from Ghana, Kingsley Emmanuel Okugbo from Nigeria, but watching from United Arab Emirates UAE, Christ Cruz, John Herbertson from Nigeria, Ofori Simon from Ghana, Emmanuel from Zambia, Lee Habibullah Abubakar Siddiq Umar, Nigeria/Ghana, Ubahmed Ahmed, Osas Friday from Nigeria, Frederogo from Kenya, Eyongsonem Manuel Okwe, Rufusudi, Wilbert Guama. And all friends can leave comments below this video so I can mention it in the next video. Thank you and enjoy watching. Fantastic! Fabrizio Romano claims Newcastle want to sign Dewsbury-Hall from Chelsea. According to Fabrizio Romano, Newcastle United are considering signing Kieran Dewsbury-Hall from Chelsea. However, there is something quite interesting to ask. Why do Newcastle need a new midfielder when their midfield is already quite full of top players like Bruno Guimaraes and Sandro Tonali? Would Dewsbury-Hall be the right choice to strengthen their midfield? Doesn't this team already have many options in that position? However, it turns out Newcastle is not the only club interested. Apart from Newcastle, several big clubs such as Manchester United, Tottenham Hotspur, and Aston Villa are also reportedly interested in bringing in the English midfielder. The competition for his signature will be increasingly fierce. So, what do you think? Does Dewsbury-Hall fit Newcastle's style of play? Or would he be better off looking elsewhere? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. Cole Palmer has rocked the Premier League with 12 goals in 11 games, has been called up to Euro 2024, but you know what? He has never started. Palmer has been fantastic when he comes off the bench. He scored in the penalty shootout against Switzerland, assisted the winner against the Netherlands, and even scored a beautiful goal against Spain in the final. But why not a chance to start? Palmer himself admitted his disappointment. In an interview, he said, "After my amazing season, why am I not playing, even when the team is struggling?" It's really cool, isn't it? To be honest about his feelings. Euro 2024 has been a journey full of ups and downs for Palmer. He's been great, but he hasn't been given a chance to start. Do you think Southgate is wrong for not giving him more chances? Do you think Cole Palmer deserves to be a starter at Euro 2024? Or does Southgate have his own reasons? Write your thoughts in the comments. Jody Morris has made a surprising revelation about Chelsea's previous ownership. He recently told TalkSport that when he was Frank Lampard's assistant, he was contract-free for the first few weeks. "I was told there would be a contract, backdated and everything. But there was a lot of stuff missing from that contract. How is that possible?" He also said that he and Lampard were only seen as a temporary solution, while Chelsea were under a transfer embargo. Was that really appreciated? "I was more local than anyone who had ever played for Chelsea. After the game, I walked home from Stamford Bridge." Crazy, right? Jody loves Chelsea, but he was treated like that by the previous owners. Don't forget, Jody developed many of Chelsea's academy stars, such as Billy Gilmore. His scouting eye is incredible. What do you think of Jody's revelation? Write in the comments section. It's a big deal. Chelsea have announced the signing of Brazilian star Estvo Willian, but there's one interesting reason why he chose Chelsea. Check it out. Estêvão has signed a 9-year contract until 2033, which means he will be a big part of Chelsea's future. But what is the main reason why he chose Chelsea? It turns out, one of the big reasons Estêvão joined Chelsea was London. He said, "Everyone is talking about Big Ben. I haven't done much research on London, but I've found some information on the internet. I'm really excited to visit this city. Everyone says it's one of the best cities in the world. There are lots of tourists, and people really praise this city. That was also a big influence on my decision to join Chelsea." So, besides the opportunity to play in the Premier League, London, which is known as one of the most exciting cities in the world, is also an important factor. But not only that, there's more. Estêvão also said, "They say London is cold, but we are ready." Of course, the English weather is very different from tropical Brazil, isn't it? But he is ready for the challenge. Estêvão is already a Brazil international, so there are high expectations on his shoulders. But what is certain is that with the presence of a player of his class, Chelsea are even more solid for the future. We are waiting for Estvo Willian to arrive at Stamford Bridge. Can he be the next big star? Comment below. Chelsea have been in the spotlight this season, with several players starting to show their class. One of them is Pedro Neto, who has recently forced his way into the Premier League starting 11th after a spell in the B team. And now, there is another player who has a great chance of following in Neto's footsteps. Who else but Mykhailo Mudryk? Mudryk, who was brought in from Shakhtar Donetsk, has yet to get much playing time in the Premier League. He has only started once in the league this season, against Wolves in August. However, if we look deeper, his performances in other competitions cannot be underestimated. In the Conference League, Mudryk has been outstanding. From 3 games, he has scored 2 goals and provided 3 assists. Crazy, right? His performances are getting more consistent, and he is starting to look more confident. Peter Crouch even said that Mudryk is starting to show high confidence on the field. It doesn't just come out of nowhere. His performance is getting more stable, and he is starting to be Maresca's choice in several Premier League matches. In the last 3 Premier League matches, Mudryk has often appeared as a substitute, and that shows that Maresca is starting to believe in Mudryk's potential. Although his game can still be a bit odd sometimes, Mudryk clearly has the speed and explosiveness that Chelsea really needs. And most surprisingly, in the match against Panathinaikos, Mudryk performed brilliantly by scoring 1 goal and 2 assists. This could be a turning point for his career at Chelsea. Having many similarities with Pedro Neto, Mudryk can also force himself into Chelsea's starting 11 in the Premier League, especially with the decline in Noni Madueke's performance. Maybe Mudryk could be the main choice on the left, while Neto could shift to the right. Although there have been no goals or assists in the Premier League, Mudryk has made a big contribution in other competitions. Maybe he needs time, but with his performance continuing to improve, it is possible that he will soon enter the starting 11s in the main league. So, do you think Mykhailo Mudryk will follow in Pedro Neto's footsteps and break into Chelsea's starting 11? Or does he need more time? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Chelsea spent more than £380 million to buy new players in the 2023-24 season, from Moises Caicedo, Cole Palmer, to Christopher Nkunku. But there's something interesting. Although Nkunku came with high hopes, he actually suffered more injuries. Now, Chelsea may have a replacement on their radar. Who is he? Christopher Nkunku came from RB Leipzig for £52 million, but unfortunately injuries continue to disrupt his performance in his first season. 14 matches, 3 goals, and 516 minutes of play. Quite disappointing, right? But this season he has started to show his potential, with 10 goals and 1 assist in 17 matches. But it turns out, he is more suited to playing as a number 10, not a main striker. And here's what's interesting. Chelsea are reportedly monitoring the Newcastle striker, who is being called the new Zlatan, Alexander Isak. Isak could be the perfect solution for Chelsea, who are lacking an aerial threat in the penalty box. He has already proven his quality in the Premier League, with 40 goals in 78 appearances since joining Newcastle. Curious? Isak has incredible statistics. He wins more aerial duels, scores more goals, and has a progressive ball-carrying ability, similar to Nicholas Jackson. But what makes the difference? Isak has more experience and quality in the penalty box that can be relied on, very different from Jackson, who is more agile and nimble. Isak has the physique that can give Chelsea a new dimension in the front line. If Chelsea want to look for a more complete striker, Isak could be the main choice. And, what's even more exciting, he could be available in 2025 for around £115 million. Since moving to Newcastle, Isak has proven his quality, not only in terms of goals, but also in building the game. He has become a real threat in every game. Chelsea need a striker who can provide more threat in the penalty box, and Isak has everything they are looking for. With his ability to score goals, win aerial duels, and control the ball in dangerous areas, Isak could be the key to Chelsea's success next season. Do you think Chelsea should buy Alexander Isak as a replacement for Nkunku, or focus on developing Jackson? Drop your thoughts in the comments section.